I have burnt this motherfucker to the ground multiple times, and I will burn this motherfucker to the ground again and again and again because it's mine and I could do with it what I want. But I keep thinking back to that Friday where all I asked for was proof. Am I not pretty enough? Is that what it is? I thought I was awesome. I thought these people were my biggest supporters. Thought these people were my biggest supporters. Don't ever label yourself my biggest supporter.
Really, this person's insecure. Do they know? The answer to that is ish. Remember that shame rage spiral I talk about so often? People aren't demented or frankly delusional. They are able to see that there are consequences to their behavior. And they know that their behavior at times is not a good look. But their impulsivity and their entitlement in some ways means that they cannot stop themselves and don't think they should have to. They don't get their nonsense out. It's that tension reduction I talked about. So they know that over time, their behavior is kind of causing a problem, but they will rationalize their behavior, justify their behavior, explain it, defend it. But yeah, in a tiny corner of their brains, they know what they're doing is probably not a good thing. And sometimes in therapy, if they're in therapy, they may even admit that they can't stop themselves. It's too uncomfortable. They just need to get it out.
Bitch, to accuse me of stealing. And that's what that is. Let me see your receipt. Are you going to check every item? If not, then what the fuck do you need to see it for? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you looking for? What do you need to see on this receipt?
And they know it sounds silly if they actually spoke their truth, which would be, why can't everyone just let me get away with what I have to say? I don't really mean it, and I just need to let it out. I think that everyone is out to get me when they don't let me, and life is so unfair to me, and I do always know what's best. Why can't everything just be my way and let me have my tantrum?
Hey, you know how good I am at what I do, right? I'm eventually going to find out who the fuck you are. You know that, right? That eventually your real name and address are going to slide across my desk along with your phone number, your relatives' phone numbers, your relatives' addresses, your relatives' backgrounds. Go ahead, run to Twitter. He's threatening me because he voted for Donald Trump. You fucking fake, woke, left libtard. Let me tell you something. This is cancel culture in action, and thousands of people saw it happen. And I have a disability, and you're attacking me. So you're violating my rights, Alex. But I want you to understand something, Alex, and I say this with a straight face. Everybody's chickens come home to roost.
They're always monitoring for threats. They're always looking for that person who looks at them the wrong way. They don't believe that they're ever showed the respect they believe they deserve. They feel like they don't get enough validation for all their greatness. They notice the shifts, and they notice that people are on to them.
And played a video game for 2 hours. That was a better use of my time. It was, and I'm not trying to be a dick, and I'm not trying to be cruel, but it is frustrating. It is frustrating. It's frustrating me beyond all belief that everybody, it feels like everybody around me is either talking about me or discussing me, or maybe privately discussing me, or
that in essence, they sort of feel like they're being kind of handled by other people. They don't like it because it activates shame. But now they're in a catch-22 because at some level, they kind of know they're unhinged. So it's a big, strange circle. And at that point, you, if you're in a relationship with them, may slowly work your way to indifference.
But I love Negz, and I'm not going anywhere. We're not married, but I promised myself in sickness and in health, and I mean it.
They can't be honest with themselves. They lie to themselves a lot. It says a person is not aging well and they're going in the wrong direction with their narcissism. And that is, they've learned, sometimes in a very glad kind of way, that if they can keep other people on the defensiveness, in the defensive mode, that makes them win. and it makes them look like they're the right ones. And so they accuse easily. They put shame on people. They put guilt trips on other individuals. They try to make you look like you're covering up or that you have all sorts of problems. They just try to make you look defensive. And then when you're over there trying to justify and rationalize why it's okay for you to be yourself, or you collapse, and it's like, see, I'm the better person in the equation.
Oh, I took a Klonopin. I'm good. Oh, no, I took a Klonopin and there's people in the house.
Lying presumes intent. A person who is suffering from a mental illness, of course, is capable of lying. I'm not saying they're not. But I do not qualify a statement made under a state of duress when your brain chemistry is flooding your mind with thoughts which you are convinced are real, seeing things that you are convinced are there, and you state what it is that your impression is, or your opinion of something, based on the impressions that you hold in your mind. That to me is not a lie.
And he checked, but if I have made a whole living, had a whole career, sold a house,
Liar.
damn well be sure that I am going to make sure that that money is safe, that that money is in my own
Liar.
account. I would
Liar.
be sharing an account with that motherfucker. I would be sharing an
Pants
account with Biggs.
on
Okay,
fire.
because you might as well light it on fire. Yeah, I mean.